It's day 25 of designing an Animal Crossing island in just 30 days using only DIYs. Yesterday we collected some more new DIYs, we found tomatoes for the first time, and we recruited what might be our very last new villager to G-Wiz.
It's the 30-day DIY.
I woke up today feeling inspired, which is good because we don't have a lot of time left. You see, the plan for today is to spam items around the island as much as I possibly can. What I mean to say is that if we hope to get 5 stars, and we do, we're gonna need stuff. Just a lot of stuff on the ground. And as you're well aware, my biggest limitation to stuff has, of course, been these DIYs. Sometimes you get new things like the pansy table, and sometimes you get old things like the rose bed, which I've gotten like 3 times now. So that's been probably the biggest limitation. The second biggest limitation is, of course, the fact that I can't seem to get a lot of supplies. Because of this, we are in Bunny Day season, okay? I was calling it Cherry Blossom season because that's what I was aiming for. It overlaps with Bunny Day. However, according to Google, Bunny Day ends on April 9th. And if I remember right, Cherry Blossom season should end on April 14th. So I'm gonna let things like Bunny Day balloons pass me by. And for the first part of today, we're gonna run around and just let Bunny Day be Bunny Day. We're just gonna let it be. And then we are going to put Bunny Day behind us finally. Because for the second part of this day, I'm going to travel forward just enough to be rid of Bunny Day, but not Cherry Blossom season, at least not quite yet. The hope is that we can get some Cherry Blossom DIYs while we still work on the island. But at this point, I'm no longer relying on them as a source of items for the builds I'm trying to do. We've already wasted quite a bit of time in this particular region of time in the game, and we can't really afford to hang out here any longer without getting some real progress done. So while I want to make sure that I have some of these petals stocked up, we definitely can't plan on getting ourselves enough Cherry Blossom DIYs to fill out our island. And so you might be wondering, well, what's the item spam then? If you're not even gonna get a whole bunch of DIYs, what are you spamming? All right, well, no need to be rude about it. Well, I'm gonna take stock of all the different DIYs we currently have, and hey, maybe someone's crafting something new. And they are, and a fantastic item at that, but I'm gonna need the first version of this recipe to make it, and it takes turnips to make. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. So anyway, never mind that plan. We're just gonna spam a lot of the stuff we already have. I've had my mind on a few different items that I think could go all over the place. As a result, the island will feel more complete, and we'll be even closer to our 5-star goal. And look at this, I'm getting enough bamboo shoots to kind of finish up this bamboo garden I was trying to do. I did say I just wanted like a couple more, and now I have 3, so that's amazing. And also, we need to chop these up. I started to yesterday, and my axe broke, and I never came back. So we'll have to make a flimsy axe or a stone axe and come back over here. But let's figure out where the last couple of these are gonna go. Yeah, I think right here, and that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat or sell the last bamboo shoot. I don't care, we're good there. Or I think you can craft maybe 1 or 2 things with them, so maybe I'll just hold on to it. As I finish up the dailies I'm working on though, I did forget one important reason as to why we're leaving Bunny Day behind. It's probably not something I need to spell out. I mentioned supplies. In particular though, I am just very, very low on stone, and no matter what I seem to do, if it's Bunny Day, stone, it seems to be the lowest priority for the rocks. I don't know that to be true for certain, but for me, it definitely has played out that way. I don't have any rocks at this point, so we definitely have to make sure we time travel forward today if we want to do some of the builds I'm planning on doing. Like, look, I'll show you right now. It's basically all eggs and iron. Like, this is what I've been dealing with. We got these yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and start watering them. Let's go ahead and sell some excess items we've been holding on to. And we're knocking out yet more of these tasks. I'm gonna go ahead and catch some sea creatures next because we definitely need to get this ×5 bonus. And then also, I can't do this one because I'm not allowed to buy flower seeds. You would think planting the flowers from the island would be it. We can definitely catch 5 bugs though. So yeah, this is also gonna be part of the dailies that I do. Tom Nook is gonna congratulate us on our larger house, and we can move our mailbox finally. Renee's giving me a DIY for a Bunny Day crown. Why can't they just give me DIYs like this when it's not Bunny Day? Like, why? This holiday is such torture and torment. Anyway, on to diving. Now, I've been getting a bunch of comments, both in my comment section and outside of my comment section, asking why I don't do more diving for scallops so that I can go ahead and start getting mermaid DIYs. It's a good question, and the simple answer is that I don't really like the mermaid DIYs. They're cool looking, it's not a type of item I would normally decorate with. And that being said, I shouldn't be so picky given the type of challenge. So we are out here, and if I find a scallop, great. I might dive for more than 3 just to see if we can get one. But I don't think at this late stage, I don't think I should be spending my time looking for these. It should have been something I was doing from day one, honestly, in retrospect. But I'm not going to worry about it too much now. I will take a peek. But I think if I was going to decorate the beaches, which in this case I'm probably not going to, maybe it'd be great for that. But I don't know. I know it's blasphemy to say you don't like the mermaid stuff. It's cool. They did a really good job designing it. But I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, subscribe for more blasphemy. I've continued diving for a little while. My inventory is getting pretty full. I've not found a scallop just yet. And we got too much to do today, so let's go ahead and get this stuff donated. By the way, there's our ×5 goal, and we got some miles for finding new objects under the sea. I can't forget to grab my huge inventory of fossils I've been stocking up. And out of all of that, here's everything we're allowed to donate. This is an outrage. I mean, listen, I'm selling every single fossil. I'm gonna make some money. But we have got to be almost finished with the fossil exhibit by now. Nope, Blathers is not giving us that news. I mean, it's not even a goal. It's just something that'd be kind of cool. But all right, fine, let's cash out. 77,000 bells, I'll take it. More than halfway there to paying down our next loan. I've decided to hit the rest of the rocks before we skip ahead past Bunny Day. And hey, not a single egg this time, so I'm glad I did that. My luck was not so great with this one, or this one. But honestly, all that's completely fine. It's time to skip ahead. And it's now April 10th, which is just the day after Bunny Day, hopefully. So we should be good now on the DIYs we do find. We should get no more eggs messing up the resources we're trying to gather. Let's test it out. Yes, that is what I like to see. All right. Even if I have to use Nook Miles to go to other islands and grab other resources, this is great. Planting bamboo shoots is one of my tasks. I never see that one too often. I think it's because I have bamboo, and normally I don't. I actually don't use bamboo on a lot of my islands, so I didn't even know that could be a task. I mean, I'm not doing it. I have enough bamboo, and I'm just kind of saving my bamboo shoots at this point, but it's there. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of stone from these. Our money rock is, of course, in the one spot where I can't actually get 8 things because of the way I've terraformed, but that's fine. I didn't even find the money rock the previous day, so I'll take it. Anyway, from here, I'm going to deal with all the dailies, pick all the potatoes, water everything, blah, blah, blah. Let's come back in a moment when I go to a Captain Island. Okay, so we are going to go do a Captain Island right now, but I'm not quite done with the dailies yet. It's just that I'm right here anyway. And I just picked up a beach DIY. I'm like, oh, I want to tell them about the beach DIY, but I said I was going to go to a Captain Island first. So I'm holding on to that DIY, and we'll see what we get from the Captain Island. And we got a Money Tree Island on our tour. That's awesome. Those are usually, I think, 1,000 bells on each tree, or I guess 3,000 bells in each tree. But I'm more excited about these 2 DIYs. Come on, tall lantern, natural garden table. Which I already know. And this is the mini golden dharma, which I already know and can't really make. Also, we found potatoes, again, which I already have. And I also already have money trees, so this island is a complete bust. Literally a rock full of iron, which I already have. And the nerve of this Captain Island to put coconut trees on a beach. I already have these. In all seriousness, I actually don't have these flowers, but I did just get a recipe to make a table out of them, so all right, fine, I'll grab these. Still no stone, though, which getting very frustrating. Not a single piece of stone in this rock either. Please, this one has to have at least 1 rock. Just one. Can I leave this island with just one? Come on! I'm under the assumption now that whatever type of island I'm on, it actually isn't supposed to produce stone. Because there's no way I hit every rock and didn't get any stone from them. I did get 1 or 2 pieces from like the stone that just kind of sits next to it, but none ever came out of the rock from hitting it. I mean, I'm gonna say it, this was a waste of 1,000 Nook Miles. At least I have my homegrown money trees to cheer me up. And now we can start the process of planting some more. I just entered Pashmina's house for the first time, and I'm gonna say that and just make it clear, the last time I had Pashmina, it was one of those crafting houses. It wasn't like an actual one. I had no idea. This is Pashmina's actual house. And it's actually perfect because check this out. It is literally right next to the airport. We have an airport diner. I don't even have to decorate this myself. Like, this is amazing. Even if Pashmina doesn't end up being a top 50 villager by the end of this, I'm thrilled by that development. I had no idea. All right, Eric, I know you're doing some research here, but I gotta clean this up. Yep. Go find something else to do. I'll put your rock back, don't worry. I'm also here to steal his produce. I think after the money trees and then all the produce and everything we're selling, we might be able to pay down our home loan today too. If not, we'll at least get very close to doing so. And we found our first balloon since jumping past Bunny Day, and it's 10,000 bells, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I did just say I wanted to pay down a home loan, but I would have traded it for a recipe for sure. All said and done, we ended up with another 64,000 bells. And I'm finally getting some of the custom fabric from Sable. Early on, I was kind of ignoring this, but yeah, I decided later, no, I actually would like to have those as a customization option. I wasn't sure I was going to use them, but the more I make, the more I realize, yeah, that would be nice. Renee is our crafting villager today, and Renee's making a key holder. This will be a nice little item for my house. Anyway, with this deposit, we now have more than enough to pay off our entire loan. Let's go ahead and get that upgrade, which will be 750,000 bells this time. I'm still not panicking about paying that off, not yet. Also, more good news, I found the rock that I couldn't find. Like for days now, I've been trying to figure out, I know I'm missing a rock. It was right here. And with the last of these Nook miles gathered up, I think that concludes my dailies. And now we can finally start thinking about item spam. In order to effectively spam the items I want to spam, we need to go ahead and start grabbing some crafting materials. And I'm sure I'm gonna miss some stuff. I'm just gonna grab a handful of things. And I have a handful of ideas as to what I would like to place down. First and foremost, I want to make an outdoor bath. This was one of the reasons I tried to collect so much stone, because I have a couple of ideas for this item. We might make more than one. I did end up sacrificing my shovel to make that though. One of the items I've been threatening to spam a bunch of are these palm tree lamps. I'm gonna make a bamboo noodle slide while I'm at it, and just a bunch more stuff. We'll go ahead and start customizing, and then we'll start placing down this first round of items. I did manage to make another silo. I just made it the same color scheme as this silo. And the plan was to always have these kind of like shoved next to each other like this. I thought a brick well would look good, just kind of like somewhere in the back of this area. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish there were some other color schemes to this. I didn't love any of the ones that I can currently craft or any of the customizations currently. But yeah, no, maybe not back here. Honestly, it looks pretty good up front. Our farm still needs work, but I made a whole bunch of these palm tree lamps. Now these, originally, I think were gonna go up top by the bamboo. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, maybe they would look better as street lamps, which was kind of my original idea, the reason I got excited to see them in the first place. So what I've done is I've created 5 palm tree lamps, it looks like, and I customized them in a couple of different ways. So I'm just gonna start by treating them like lamps that kind of line this path, and I don't know how far apart to space them yet. It just kind of depends on, I guess, how far we think 5 of them can go. I think what might look good is actually putting 3 of them right here, just kind of lining this stretch of path. We could put 1 of them here on this little area. It kind of blocks the, corner of the cliff there, and it's something that sits alongside our little deer scare. Or alternatively, we put it here, and I think that's still an even amount of spacing between all of these. Yes, according to my shovel calculations, this is exactly the same spacing. I have 1 more, but we'll use it somewhere else later. I made another vine bench, which I'm gonna place up here by the giant vine. I'm gonna throw a jar of farts on this little bench right here. And because I'm sick and tired of using my ladder to deal with our bamboo, we're gonna put some vines on this cliff. I think that's looking pretty good. I'll put 1 over here, and I'll even put 1 right here for good measure. I think I'm gonna get rid of this tree right here. I'm gonna try and find a place for this bamboo noodle slide. I think having it block the path here is actually not a bad way to go. It matches obviously with all the different bamboo items, and yeah, I just think it's kind of a nice touch. So I'm gonna keep that there. Maybe I didn't need to remove that tree after all. Something should go in this area. I don't know. It's all a work in progress. But what about the outdoor bath? Well, here's just one of my ideas. Oh, actually, I think I see a balloon. Yes, we got the wall. The other day I said if we could just get the wall, I could make maybe like a complete cherry blossom type of room, even if I don't get all the recipes. And we did it. I do hope we get more though. In any case, the reason I haven't done much with this corner yet is because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But now that we have the outdoor bath, I think it would be really, really awesome to create a little space up here for it and a few other items as well. I think that'd be a really nice focal point for where these 2 staircases meet. So I'm gonna try and craft that right now. This little cliff looks interesting. I wasn't sure how it was gonna look adding some cliff to this corner. It's a lot, right? Maybe I don't need to add this much. I'm definitely gonna take out this corner here just to help a little bit. I don't know how I feel. Let's shave it back for just a moment. Let's see what it looks like with 1 less layer on it. To me, this seems like a more modest clip. And our outdoor bath fits, but barely. From down here though, I mean, hey, this looks really good. Let me go ahead and fix these paths real quick. Part of me does wonder what it would be like if I went ahead and connected the 2 paths right here and, just kind of let people walk through. That means we could put some items right here and some items right here, and yeah, we could create a nice little quaint area. I'm not attached to this boulder here, so let's try it. So I'm thinking 2 wide is more than enough, because I think if we make it 4 wide, it'll look kind of strange. So yeah, little tiny path, and you can just kind of run laps around this little thing like this. I will say this too, I think there might be a benefit to not making this cliff square, but actually adding one layer just to this side. So kind of like this. We would taper off these corners like so. And then what we could do is take this, push it all the way over or center it if we want. And then we have room for like shrubs and flowers behind the fountain. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a better way to go. I went and grabbed some more lilies and I'm gonna place them kind of randomly-ish around here. Oh, I do see another balloon through the trees. There we go. And it's a cherry blossom wand. That means we got the floor and the wand and the wall, and then the rest of the items should be like more placeable furniture items, I hope. Anyway, let's get some shrubs down. I believe for just this little section of the island, it's feeling more complete. There's probably room for an item maybe right here, and then maybe a little something right here, but yeah, it's looking good. For now, we'll leave it like this with plans to come back with more items later. I had an extra glowing moss jar. I'm gonna put that by the museum right here. I have to imagine that when it comes to spam, I'm probably the exact kind of person you would like having email you, because that was not like a ton of item spam. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some more bamboo. We'll see what else we can make. All right, let's do a bit of a reset on our inventory. I think I know the next area I would like to decorate around. However, this is gonna be kind of a tough build because it does depend on having a variety of items, and I don't really have a variety of items, but I'm just gonna do my best. But one space out here I've been considering for a while, like how am I gonna decorate in front of Nook's Cranny, this big open area between Nook's Cranny and the flower garden? I think I finally know what I wanna do, and it's something very basic. We are going to make an outdoor eatery of sorts. Right now I'm just trying to decide how big I want it to be. I only have a few tables, sets, and chairs, and I think this is a decent size. It leaves us a little bit of room to maybe put something here. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe a couple of signs, or if we ever get hedges, that might be nice over here. I don't know, but it feels like it shouldn't come all the way down to here, and it feels like it shouldn't come all the way over to the path either, just to give us a little more room to play with. Additionally, I thought this little area would be an opportunity for us to take that stage we kind of made with the instruments and stuff and bring it down here. I mean, you'll probably get a lot more tips if you go to more a public venue. So it'd be a little area kind of like this. One mistake I think I made though was the color choice for the tables. I don't really know, considering like nooks in the background and everything. I think I probably should have just kept them the natural wood color. And that looks like this, and I do think this probably looks better. I'm just gathering stuff up to go fix up that area some more, but I remembered we can move our mailbox now, so I actually want to try the mailbox right out here. I think that looks pretty solid, and then we can put maybe something else over here. But yeah, I love that. And then we can also fix the path underneath our house now. There we go. Oh, that's much better. It's gonna take me a minute to kind of figure out the spacing and orientation of everything, but yeah, I think this was a good choice. I think, the oak would have also looked good in terms of the customization for the chairs and tables, but yeah, I can go either way. This is pretty cool. In terms of placement, I really like this pattern for them. I think this looks nice. Another reason I love decorating the middle of the island is because it's really easy to spot balloons. Let's see what we get. It's a reception chair. That means it is junk. We'll also need to create a stage, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new path. While I'm at it, I'm gonna buy some new design tools as well, because I do think we will want a sign, and I don't think I need these, but it would just be nice to have them. And for this little music area, I brought back all the stuff we made before, where we made that little stage by one of the houses. And I've decided to customize this stuff in a different way. So everything here is going to be blue. And by everything, I just mean the two instruments. Because I think it kind of needs this pop of color over here. I get really into using neutral colors, and I forget that, there are other colors. So I think this looks pretty nice, actually. I might turn around the ukulele just so these aren't in the same exact orientation. For what this is, the music stand is kind of silly, but I'm keeping it anyway. And I did put a donation box front and center. What it does is it kind of separates the band from everybody else, and it implies that you should probably leave a donation. There's just a couple more things I want to do to tie that build together. First, I just want to see what it would look like to put some lattice fence behind this build. I've not yet unlocked the ability to customize these fences, but I might not need to. It just kind of depends. Maybe it's too many different wood tones here. I don't know. It just feels like it needs a little backdrop of some kind, just something separating it from nooks. I'll try and figure out how to customize the fence later. I also made a couple of project tables. Now there is a specific reason for those, and I'll get to that in a bit, but I need to figure out where I could put these tables and chairs now because they're kind of being blocked. Shuffling things around a bit, I think they're fine the way they are right now, so we'll just leave them. You see, what we've created here today is a potluck. And potlucks have all kinds of different types of food at them. For example, a casserole could be at a potluck. Someone might bring an apple they found in their kitchen. Maybe somebody picked some mushrooms on the way in. Or maybe someone was making beans, ate the beans, and then brought this empty can. You see, here's the thing about potlucks. We all know that they're super gross. When you invite all of your neighbors and friends to one place and encourage them to make their own food from their own home, What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to shower beforehand? Do you think they're going to worry about the proper handling and safety of the food you're about to eat? Or is it more likely that they're going to forget there was a potluck today and grab whatever they can find along the way so they can bring at least something? The moral of the story today is that potlucks are nasty and you should never go to them. Anyway, when it's done, I'll leave a video like right here.